Let me take y'all back, man. As I do so well. You feel me? I ain't J. Cole, but hold on, let me tell the story. Now, okay, I'm not a female, okay? I don't be having menstruation cycles or have to track my ovulation. Okay, I don't have a uterus, okay? That's not what I mean by this title. Okay, so this goes a while back, like when I was 8. And my diet back in the day, it wasn't the best. And like at that time, I think I started to like eat my own food, and I ate like a lot of carbohydrates. You feel me? I was really into eating vegetables, or even like proteins or anything. It was just like straight, I don't know, cereal, bread. I used to yam bread. Like I used to yam bread and Nutella back in the day. OD. Now I'm really thinking about it, like I used to love bread. And okay, so I used to eat, a lot of carbohydrates, and I wasn't consuming a lot of fibers, right? So when I'll use the toilet, normally normally my poos would just be very large. And no, I didn't realize this until long ago that my poo was very irregular. Like I didn't realize that it was normal for people to poo once a day, because at this age I used to poo like once every week, which is really bad. And I think it's mainly because I just got really used to holding it in, that I would constantly just hold in my poo, and I would just never actually poo. Yeah, I just normally like, it would be like, oh, like I get the urge to pee as soon as I'm about to leave the house or about to do something, and I just wouldn't have enough time. So I just say, oh, okay, I'll just pee when I'm back or something, right? And by the way, this video, yeah, I can't lie. If you're squeamish and if you don't like hearing about disgusting stuff, or if you're eating food, maybe you're into this stuff. I don't know, but this is about to get very, very disgusting. So this is a quick disclaimer, right? So I would like constantly hold in my poo, right? And this led to me having pretty bad constipation, and I also didn't drink enough water as well. Like basically my diet was just very poor. I was because I was saying, like, because in my family at least, like we used to have dinner time and stuff, but that kind of stopped doing that like long ago. So really and truly, I'll just see what's in the fridge, and I just make my own plate and make my own food, and if I mean throw in the microwave, yam, and that's it. So I had really bad constipation, right? And I don't remember the first time. In fact, I think I do actually. I was playing Fortnite or something. I remember this. I was playing Fortnite, and then like, since I'm always holding in my pee, like if the pee generally felt like it was about to come out, right? So I sprint to the toilet, and then while I'm pooing, like I remember like pooing, I'm pushing hard. Like if January felt like I was about to give birth, I'm pushing hard. Nothing is coming out. And I'm like, nope. Why is nothing coming out? Like this is very bad. Now this, okay. As I said, if you're squeamish, if you don't like hearing disgusting stuff, this is very disgusting, bro. And now that I'm telling the story, I can't lie, I don't think I can ever do a face reveal, because I can't have my face connected with the story. I'm pushing hard, right? Nothing is coming out. I'm getting desperate, bro, because this is painful, bro. Yo, oh my gosh. Oh my god. So I have to like spread my butt cheeks wide open, right? And but you have to hear me out, bro. Bro. Okay, so with my hand, I'm like, okay, not to that. Okay, I don't dig into my butthole and grab out the poop. No, that's not what I'm saying. But like, like if you press on your tummy, right, you can feel your pee, right? So I'm pressing on my stomach to like compress the poo so that it can get smaller, right? At like the end. So then eventually like the tip of the poo can poke through, right? And then while I'm pushing, the poo is so large that it's literally ripping open my butt. Okay, and this is what I mean by me having a period. Okay, because I would release this huge log of poo into the toilet. It would completely rip open my butthole, and the toilet was covered in blood. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I remember like I'm wiping it, and I'm wiping my butt, and I just remember looking at the tissue. I'm like, goop, why is there blood on the tissue? And this is crazy. And even when I tried to flush the toilet, the poo was genuinely so large, I couldn't flush the toilet. And I can't lie, to this day, I still have massive logs of poo. Like, my poo generally can't flush down the toilet. Like, I have to pour a bucket up filled with water just to flush it down the toilet. But anyway, I desecrate, or was it? Is that the right word? Desecrate this massive log of wood well, you feel me? I desecrate this massive log of rock hard poo out my rectum into this toilet, and my butthole is crying. My butthole is generally swollen, and I wipe my butt. I try flushing it. It still does. I just eventually leave the toilet with the massive log of poo in there, and I sit down, and you feel me? I get back on the chair, get back on the game. And while I'm sitting on my chair, right, like I generally can't sit down because my butt is generally hurting. Like I actually had to put a pillow on my butt because it generally felt like I got my back blown out, bro. Genuinely, like it was crazy. And this is not a one-time event. Okay, so for the next weeks, or just for like the next month or like 2 months, this was happening every time I pooed. It would generally rip open my butthole and my butt would bleed. And eventually, I told my parents, they feel me? My butt is bleeding every time that I use the toilet. I think before I told them that, I told them I had constipation. Not about my bum bleeding, just about constipation. So I had to go on laxatives so that I pee more, which actually didn't help. The laxatives didn't help at all. I still, because it didn't really fix my constipation. Because I just white powder I used to mix in with the water. It tasted like bounced that ass. Just, yeah. Now there is a part 2 to the story, which gets a lot crazier. And if this video does good, then I'll say it. But yeah, I don't really know. This isn't, because a lot of this channel's been on serious topics, right? And now I'm talking about me having severe constipation and how I had my period, or having a period. In fact, I don't know if this went on for like 6 months. I'm not lying, like every week, and it only got, I don't even know when this like stopped happening, because eventually my butthole got loose enough to I could just like, it's actually so bad for her. Like, genuinely, like I don't even describe the pain. Like, it was generally wretched, bro. Like, even when I stopped pooing, like, there'll still be blood coming out from my butt. Like, I was genuinely bleeding out my arsehole. Not a grown ass man, but as a 10-year-old kid. I can't really remember how old I was. I was either 10 or 8. It was around that age range. But it kept on happening. Like, it would stop for like a couple months, and then eventually like the poo would come back. And then like in between, I had rabbit poo, like where my poo was just small dry rocks. Because it wasn't just constipation, it's just I didn't drink a lot of water as well. So eventually when I started to drink more water, then my poo got bad. But moral of the story, don't hold in your poo. And eat your vegetables, kids, or else you're gonna end up having a ripped rectum and pooing blood every time you poo. And genuinely, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It was extremely bad. And now I think I poo like every day, maybe every 2 days. But before, I generally used to be poo once a week. But yeah, thank you for the support on my recent videos. And let me know if you want me to upload more than once a week. And can I get to 10 subs, please? That'd be well appreciated.